Okay, hello and welcome everybody to another edition of Eden Prairie Squirt's Squirt A taking on the white team from Edina. Here at Eden Prairie Center, we're still kind of on the tail end of our home stand. We've had probably 5 games or so, at least here at Rink 1 at Eden Prairie, which we like. We can get up above and watch the game from up high instead of along the boards, which is nice. So, and also welcome to the Edina fans too. I know that the Edina live streamer wasn't able to get his stuff set up, and so he has extended the link to the Edina fans. So now I have to be a little bit nicer to the audience, because some of you may be watching from Edina, but I will be sure to put in all of my good criticisms of you Edina folks as well, because it wouldn't be a good Eden Prairie game if we couldn't do that to you. So Hornets coming in, Edina White coming in at a record of 7-8-0. Eagles 12-8-1 on a pretty good winning streak here in the last couple of games. And here's how we stack up currently about halfway through the season of the D6 standings right now, where we have kind of a tale of two halves, kind of the top and the bottom, where there's a little bit of air between the top couple teams, 3 teams or so, and kind of the bottom second half. Eden Prairie sitting there right in the middle, a couple points out of first. Edina White showing up at 2-6 down there, kind of close to the bottom. Do not assume that that's going to be an easy victory here, as no team and no game versus Edina is ever easy, and we've told the boys that too, so they should take that with a grain of salt and get out there and play hard and beat the team fair and square. So 13 minutes just on the way, ending of the warm-ups, the warmies as they call them. And we're getting set to go here with the beginning of the first period. Edina versus Eden Prairie coming your way. Last game for us before the large Squirtacular starts next week on Friday, so this will be a good, fun matchup here with the district game. Before we kind of venture out and play some non-district teams in the Squirtacular, and we'll talk more about that later. So underway here, Eden Prairie battling for it down in the Edina zone. Berg slings it around from behind the net, tries to force it up ice. Finally gets it poked away by a Hornet, and they bring it up to the neutral zone. Quickly poked away by Dylan, and Dylan slings around the back of his own net, slings it up to Tristan Sarrazine over at the near side. And Eden Prairie tried to clear it out, he couldn't. And now Rink chases it in far near side corner. They get it popped away. Puck is loose out in front. And Asa there with kind of a pirouetting style save. That's one that could find its way into the net when you least expect it. But Asa was astute enough. He was able to drop his body on it. We're going to have a face-off here down on the near side dot. Puck back to the point. Zintel fires one in, wide left from Edina. And now Eden Prairie slings it up ice. Edina picks it up from behind their zone net, and they curl up and they bring it up along the near side. Zintel again beats Hunke, takes it behind the net. Look out, centered pass out in front in the crease, gets it blocked away. Edina still try to sling one in there. They get it snapped away by Eden Prairie. Heller just Slings one in down low for an ice. And we will reset down in the Eden Prairie zone on the far side. Stubbs off the face-off, puck back out to the point. Edina gets a shot off. And now slings over to the far side. And Dahl and Christian battle for it. Rink now chases after it, brings it back behind his own net. Looking for Richards up at the point to clear it out. And Edina regroups, and now they bring it back into the Eden Prairie zone. Shot again off the skates of a couple Eden Prairie players. And now every Eden Prairie player tries to take a slap at the puck and they can't find it. Now Rink able to try to pry it loose. Puck comes back into the Eden Prairie zone. Icing waved off. Christian there picks it up again down on his own zone. Slaps it up ice. Unable to clear it. Rink there in front of the net. Pushes it away. Centered pass. Nobody there for the recovery. And now Sarazine finds center ice. And Eden Prairie just backhands it in there. Puck still loose. Fight for it around the backside. Curl over to the far side. And Edina back up ice again. Crossover red line, blue line. Backhand pass intercepted by Berg for Eden Prairie. Berg now takes it, slaps it from behind his net, finds Wenkus on the other side. If you're an Edina player, Wenkus is not an unfamiliar name. Both his cousins play for the varsity team. And now Edina back on the move again. He gets slapped away by Unke on the back check. Now Unke picks it back up, finds Sarazine over on the near side. Chip pass, deflected, and now Berg has it. He banks it up along the near side. Into the Edina zone. Edina picks it up, denies Eden Prairie control in their own zone. Now they take it up along the far side past their bench. They dump it in, and Edina's going to get a shift change as Rink picks it up from behind his own net. He looks up ice, gets it poked away. Time to regroup. He's got Dylan over there on his up far side. Dylan can't quite catch the pass, and Heller now slaps it up to center ice. Edina regroups. They do a dump. And we get it poked away and take it away from Edina again. Eagles having a hard time clearing it out right now. Shot wide left by Edina. They get a shot off from the left-hand dot. And now Strube battles for it behind the net. Rink now picks it up, chases it over to the near side corner. Now he's looking up ice. And again, Eden Prairie finding it difficult. Nice pass by Edina, gets a shot off, wide left again. Puck in front, shot, score. Edina gets their first of the game. As Eden Prairie struggling to connect pass to pass here and clear it out of their zone. A little under halfway through the first. Wenkus chases after the loose puck over by his bench. Now we get in a scrum right in front of the penalty box. Stubbs there battles for it, centers it out in front. Richards tries to come grab it. He can't. Stubbs brings it back. Stubbs curls around looking up ice. Looking for Dahl. Dahl was nowhere in the vicinity. Right now, the Edina folks are just winning the races and want the puck more, it appears. So Eden Prairie's going to have to reset. and come after it. Shot from the top of the circle by Edina off the pads of Asa. And again, Edina able to pry it loose and pick up the loose puck. And we're going to get a offside on Edina here with 6:29 left to go in the first. Edina up by 1. Oops, I had Eden Prairie up by 1. My bad. It's Edina up by 1. Rink sitting in the slot. Fires a pass up to Sarazine. Missed him by about a foot. And now the puck deflects off for an icing. And we'll bring it back down to the Eden Prairie zone with 6:14 left to go in the first. Berg off the draw, big, using all of his muscle, brings it into the Edina zone, then they drop off. Edina's able to clear it out. Rink now picks it up from the top of the circle, fires one in there off the pads of the Edina goalie. Sarazine now keeps it, holds it in the Eden Prairie zone. Rink again fires one in there, wide right. Christian fires it from the dot. And now Edina on a 2-on-1. Gets a nice back check by Dylan, racing up the ice. Edina now backhands it in there, looking for the deflection. Puck is still loose. Rink slaps it away over to the far side. Now his teammate picks it up, passes it up to Berg. Berg takes it into the Edina zone, down on the near far side corner. He slings it all the way around as Eden Prairie defense and Unke comes off the bench on a shift, and Eden Prairie forced to regroup. Now Wenkus takes it from the far side over the near side into the Edina corner. He drops it down behind the net. Heller there to try to pick it up. And again, Eden Prairie not able to make any headway there, and Edina brings it back up into the Eden Prairie zone. Edina fires one in there, center mass to Asa. 4:29 left. Edina still leading by 1. Eden Prairie looking for that first elusive goal here. In an all-important district match and game. Doesn't mean a whole lot in Squirts, but these district games you want to win. You want to get into that top bracket when we get to the end of the season. Another shot deflected off the breezers of Mason Wenkus. There's Wenkus again from behind his own net. Looking for Pravatsky. Pravatsky back from a nice R&R in Hawaii. Welcome back, Ben. And Strube able to pop it away. And we're going to get an an offside on Edina. So 3:56 on the clock in the first. And we get another whistle. We're going to reset it down here in the Edina zone with 3:46 left. I didn't see what happened at the back of the play there. Back to Rink at the point. Rink fires one in there off of Leo's hip. Buckner over on the near side again. Brings it up ice. Rink able to chop it away. He loses it. Fired shot in there. Look out, deflection with the rebound. And Edina comes away with a great opportunity missed there. As Leo now just chips it up ice down into the Edina zone. Edina picks it up from behind their own net, slings it around on the near side again. Rink able to pop it loose, centers it out in front. Back over to Sarazine, fired shot from Dylan. Now Edina back under control again, tries to bring it out to the center ice. Dylan there, fights for it. Now Edina gets it popped away by Rink. And now Eden Prairie going back up ice again, trying to anyways. Carey from Edina pops it up. We went to school with Mike Carey from Edina, by the way, if you're watching. Maybe you're here, Mike, I don't know. Sarazine brings it into the Edina zone, drops it away, and Eden Prairie gets a shift change with 2:11 left in the first. Backhanded by Dahl, he couldn't make anything of it. Now Edina back on the march again into the Eden Prairie zone. Everybody's going down here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, centered out front. Shot and a goal. What a great play by Edina, and they go up 2-0. With 1:51 left in the first. I'll call that a little bit of a lucky pass. Edina back on the march again. Stubbs is able to pick it up. Now Rink fights for it down on the near side. He chops it up ice a little bit further. Stubbs there for a help, trying to move the progress forward a little bit. And to no avail, Eden Prairie still not able to clear it out. There they go. They finally do it. And we're going to have an ice here with buck 11 in the first. Eden Prairie now down 2-0. You know, with these 13-minute periods, it's hard to, you don't want to get down that far with only 13 minutes. Not a ton of time to come back, to be honest. Rink battles over on the near side. Strube able to help him out, as does Pravatsky. Pravatsky goes down. He forces the puck up ice further. Now Edina comes back again. Back into the Eden Prairie zone. They get it popped away by Pravatsky. You know, is there any rust on the old skis? We don't know. Oh, center pass out front. Pravatsky with the shot. And a save by Edina. Rink there trying to pinch. And he goes cross ice over to Heller. Heller's wide open. Comes in, shot, and couldn't quite get the puck adjusted. Dusted off too much there, Declan. Now Edina back up ice again. It's a popped away, poke checked by Christian. Edina back on the move. And that'll do it for period number 1, where Eden Prairie finds themselves down by 2. You know what I'm going to do here? Should I? No, I think I'm just going to leave it. Sorry, going to leave it. I was going to move over to the other side, but we'll just leave it. So we had a fun week this week. Boys had some outdoor ice. They got a special visit by none other than Matt Boldy from the Wild. Came out, spent some time with them, wished them luck in the upcoming Squirtaculars. So thank you, Mr. Matt Boldy, for spending your time with the Eden Prairie Squirt A team this week. We appreciate it. Now an injured reserve, I guess. I haven't seen if he's off it or not, but he'll be on his way to Italy for the Olympics. So we wish him luck as well. The boys were like, hey, good luck on the Olympics, Boldy. Kind of like it's no big thing. These guys don't know how good they've got it, being in the vicinity of all these great players, but nonetheless, we appreciate Mr. Boldy spending the time out at the outdoor rink with us this week. Anyways, period number 2, back at it again. White going left to right now. Let's see if this is the secret sauce here to get our act together with another 13 minutes on the clock. Edina just came looking like they're ready to play today. I don't know if I can say the same thing about the Eagles so far. Berg now trying to fire it up ice again. Now EP on the march. Shot. Oh, nice stick save. And now Edina back at it again. 3-on-2 coming up ice. They drop it off to the center. They curl around. Wenkus putting on the pressure. Shot just wide right. Now Stubbs picks it up from behind his own net. Puck out to center again. Shot. Score. Edina with their third. Stubbs charging. Now Dahl picks it up from behind the net. Dahl curls over. Rink tries to go and intercept it. He centers it out to nobody. No Eagle within yelling distance there. Dylan, puck is loose out in front. Backhand shot by Dahl. And just a bit wide. Back out to the point to Rink. Rink over to Christian. Christian slings one off the stick of a Hornet. Now Rink again prevents entrance to the zone. Whoop, I spoke too soon. Now we get an entrance to the zone. Although Dylan there to go recover from behind his own net. Over to Dahl. Dahl now tries to look up ice. He picks up Stubbs. Stubbs gets it popped away by Carey. Now Carey driving in. Centers it out, gets a shot off. Deflected by Asa. Now Rink got sand in his skates, able to pop it loose. Sends it up ice. He finds Pravatsky. Pravatsky gets it poked away, regains control, looking for Dahl, gets it intercepted just barely by Edina. Edina now pops it up ice again. Wenkus on the march. Fired shot over the top, off the stick of Volk. Strube doing a little fancy moves right at the blue line. Eventually he gets it popped away. And Unke takes a Hornet down. No call on that. Now Heller looks up ice. And picked Picked up by Unke. No, nobody can pick up the puck. There we go. Unke regroups, does it again. Now he drives into the slot, fans on it. I don't know what's going on, if someone greased the puck today or what, but nobody can actually grab onto it, it seems, other than Edina. I'm not going to make any comment about Honey. Unke from the point. Back to Wenkus from the point. Shot! Score! And Eden Prairie finds their first with 8:59 left to go in the second. Unke to Wenkus, and Wenkus just fires one in there from the top and brings Eden Prairie back within 2, not quite halfway through the second. Wenke back up ice. We're looking over for Berg, and Edina able to intercept. Now Edina off sides as they were looking. They were greedy. They were going for the 2-on-1. And they just stepped over a little bit. Rink able to shove it out from the crease. Puck comes back over to the near side again. Back up to Dahl. Dahl tries to pop it up loose again. And Edina able to pick it up, comes back and enters into the Eden Prairie zone. Now Rink, kind of a weak sling over on the near side, can only make it up halfway. Pass back to Rink again. We got it cleared out, boys. Over to Dahl on the near side. Now Dahl sends it loose, and Eden Prairie is able to change out a couple guys here as Edina back up ice again. And we're going to get a penalty on Eden Prairie. That's what happens when you can't skate when you're not skating fast enough. You wind up tripping or hooking. Not saying that's what Declan was doing. So EP will go on a 1-minute 30-second penalty kill here with 7:27 left to go in the second. Off the draw, Eagles swinging around to the far side. Unke there able to just fire it up ice. No icing on that. Edina regroups behind their own net, and they bring it up along the near side. Now look out to center, cross ice pass. They try to bring it back into the Eden Prairie zone, and Unke's there, and that will be an ice. With $1:05 left to go in the Edina power play. And Rink on the draw here. Puck back out to the point for Edina. Shot wide right. Oh, and a shot from the dot. Ricochets off Volk's pads, and Edina finds their fourth of the game. When in doubt, shoot. That's what I always say. Don't know if the hockey aficionados might agree with me, but I don't think that's a controversial statement. So EP has some work to do here. With 6:47 left in the second, down 3. They got to find that extra gear that they've been known to find. Centered out front again. Nobody was looking, off the skate of a Hornet, and now a Hornet's back up ice again. Poke check away by Rink. And Sarazine tries to chip it back up to Bird. Edina pretty disciplined on the passes. Poke check from Christian. And we're going to get a save by EP. Edina chases it down low, centers out front, shot, can't get all of it. And now Wenkus is on the move. He's hustling up, takes it off near side, tries to toe drag, curls back to the center, gets clogged up in a bunch. Puck is loose there in front. And everybody's wants a piece of that action. We had almost 10 players sitting in the crease. It looked like a parents' party at a house. Everybody's congregated around the island. Dahl off the draw, centers it out front again. Edina picks it up from behind their own net. Now they chip it back up into the center. They bring it back up ice again, lose it at the red line. Strube there to try to pry it away. Edina regains control. And they continue the march. Strube also takes it away there again. Now Wenkus comes back over. Curls, stops, looks back up ice again. And now Strube action. We got 3-on-1. Eden Prairie got the numbers. We got to go fast. He's got Dahl. Oh, he looked at Dahl, and then he took a shot, and puck winds up in the bosom of the Hornets. Back to Unke at the point. Unke didn't have enough room. Puck comes back out over on the far side. Shot! And almost a goal by Decker Stubbs. Stubbs back out to the point again. Unke fires one in there off the laces of a Hornet. Now Hornets back up ice. And we get an icing on Edina. Back to the point again to Rink. Rink pinches to the top of the circle, fires one off there. Puck was loose. And now Rink able to hold it, keep it alive. Over to Sarazine. Sarazine dumps it behind his own net. Nobody over there to retrieve it. Maybe he was looking to go in front of the net. I don't know. Rink nice through the hands and able to stop a Hornet in its tracks. Squashed him. And Rink again going to get a penalty on Eden Prairie. Well, he got a little too comfortable there with that physical play for a cross check. Can't do that. We can do other ways. We can get them down on the ice or into the boards without being so overt there, Seaman, but whatever. So here we go. Eagles 0 for 1 on the penalty kill so far today. Let's see how they do in this one. Unke tries to send it up ice. He can't. Right into the armpit of a Hornet. You didn't think Hornets have armpits, but they do. Slow moving putt back out to the center off the pads. Hornets trying to play tic-tac-toe. They couldn't quite do it, and Eagles are able to clear it out of their zone. And Nelson for Edina able to pick it back up in the Edina zone, and now Hornets back on the march again. Over on the far side, drop it back to the top of the circle, fired a shot in there. Asa there with a save with 45 seconds left to go on the rink penalty. Eagles win the face-off. They try to dump it up ice a little bit. Now Hornets bring it back up ice. They've got 4-on-3. They've got definitely plenty of numbers here. Now everybody catches up. Shot off the pads. And Eagles try to clear it out. They can't. Now they drop it down. Edina does over to the far side. Now they got numbers. Look out, centered right there. Oh, off the pipes. Rebound again off the pad. And back out to the point to Carey. Carey now fires one in there. And EP, they got it, came loose. And Dillon able to fire it off and knock the guy off the puck. Good play by Dillon. Eden Prairie now full strength. They're able to kill that one. Edina sends it back up ice. They enter into the Eden Prairie zone again. Centered out, look, shot, and a backhand. And they get their fifth with 2:13 left to go in the second. Berg centered it, can't connect. Unke now back down low behind his own net, or behind the Edina net. Puck ejects out of that pile, and Berg there able to hold it. Berg makes a Hornet disappear for a second. He comes away with the puck again. He brings it, drops it back to Wenkus. Wenkus fires one in there. Look at that. And that went way over the top of the net. Good play, though, by Berg and Wenkus. Back to the point again. Wenkus with another shot. Loose. And Edina goalie able to put the stick on it. That is Mr. Dubnik now in. So $1:17 left, entering the final minutes. The final minute of the first period. Second period. And puck back out to Wenkus again. Wenkus tries to flutter one in there. Heller deflects it off, looking for some help. Puck out loose, out front. And Edina is able to slap it away. Now it's a foot race. And Unke's there, picks it up from behind the Eden Prairie net. Struve picks up the loose puck, now brings it over on the near side. Edina able to hold it. Sends it in. Shot deflected by Wenkus. 35 seconds left. Puck is still loose again. And we're going to get a penalty at the end of the second period against Edina. So Eden Prairie will go on their first power play of the game. With 32 seconds left. Back to Christian at the point. He sends it back down over on the far side. They send it back down low. Shot! Berg there, puck is still loose. Good save by Dubnyk. 16 seconds left. Now Edina back on the move again. We're going to get a penalty on Berg there for a hook with 6 seconds left. They center it out front now. Eden Prairie negates the power play with a hook by Leo. 2.6 seconds left to go in the second. 1:01 left to go on the Edina penalty. And so it'll be 4-on-4 for about 31 seconds. And that'll do it. End of 2. Eden Prairie got a lot to do here in the second. Or in the final period, they got a lot to do. Down by 4. All right, so I said I was going to talk about Squirtacular here next week. Starting off at 10:30 Friday morning up at the Super Rink in Blaine. Good news is all of our games are at the Super Rink, so we know where we need to go. Some games are in Maple Grove, some games are at Fogarty. Starting off on Friday against Cottage Grove, and then regardless, win or lose that game, we'll play at 2:45 Friday afternoon. We will most likely, looking at the brackets, wind up playing Champlin Park. But we won't know until we get there. So anyways, while you're at work on Friday, make sure you got your phone or your computer ready. 10:30 a.m. Friday morning. EP versus Cottage Grove. And then as you're getting kind of tired in the afternoon, you can dial it up again at 2:45 just before you hit the road to go home. And it'll be a surprise who we play then, but you'll have to wait and see. Apologies to the Edina fans that were going to be watching the Edina feed today. Unfortunately, that failed. So I did not come prepared with who you're playing on Friday. All right, so what's the status here right now? We got 27 seconds left of a 4-on-4, and then Edina will go on a power play here for about another 30 seconds. Eden Prairie now moving left to right. Turns out that was the better side to go on. They allowed fewer goals. All right, now puck back out to the center. So Edina penalty expiring. Edina now goes up 5-on-4. So now for 25 seconds, it'll be 5-on-4, and Eden Prairie now transitions to a penalty kill. There it is, shot, goal. He was wide open there. Easy centering pass. And Edina now goes 6-1 on the Eagles. Like I said, let the records not indicate strength of team. Berg fires a shot off. Dubnyk, glove off his blocker, over the net. Now good back check by Berg there. Christian from behind the net. Berg over on the near side corner. He tries to skate through everybody, goes down at center ice. Stepped on the puck. Now Rink there, able to poke check away. And Edina sends it back down ice. Over to Christian. Dahl tried to pop it loose. There we go. Now we got the numbers. 1-on-1 now. Richards pulls it wide left. He tries to curl, tried to center it out front, got it hooked up in the skates of a Hornet. Centered out in front again. Strube just lofts one in there. There it is. Dahl with a shot, wide right. Richards now from behind the net. Down low, gets it popped away. And Eden Prairie able to hold it. Nope. And it comes back out. Just dancing on the blue line here. Now it gets clogged up in a transition of shifts. We're all out of sorts. Suddenly we've transitioned into Mite 3 hockey here at Rink 1 at Eden Prairie. No offense to the Mite 3ers out there. Back to the Edina point again. They fire one off there. Ooh, nice save by Asa off the pads. Unke now tries to bring it back up ice again. And that's going to be an icing on Eden Prairie as we dump it on the wrong side of the red line. 9:54 left, 6-1, Edina. On the march, if nothing changes here pretty soon, but from an Eden Prairie perspective, this thing's going to be over. We'll fire up the bus. They're going to be heading back to Braemar here before you know it. Rink there, good physical play down the corner. Unable to pop it loose. Edina gets a shot off. Now Pravatsky brings it back up ice again. Zinkel from behind the net. Centered out front again. And Rink gets a skate on it to kick it away. Eden Prairie doing a lot of stick carrying themselves, not as much of passing here today. Now Edina again enters, tries to enter the Eden Prairie zone with speed. They slap it down there as they get a shift change. Puck now over on the far side. One guy for Edina able to hold it against the whole team of Eden Prairie. Christian back up ice, finds Berg over near the blue line. Berg back over to Heller on the backhand. Now we got Edina again, charging up ice, enters the zone with speed again. Now Wenkus anticipated, pops one loose, shot off the pipe, centered out front again, look out, shot and a score as Berg there gets the third rebound. And Eden Prairie gets their second of the game. Let this rally start now, boys. You got plenty of time. Edina wins the faceoff, curls around by the far side dot, tries to drop it back to his compadre. Berg there, able to pop it loose. We got Serzi now playing back at D. Wenkus back up at forward. They've switched that. Now over to Heller at center ice. Heller gets popped away. He goes off. Shot over the top by Edina. Now back to Richards at the point. Richards tries to send across ice. There was a Hornet in the way. And now the Hornets dump it down on the near side. Rink chops at it. Back up ice. Rink looks up ice, fans on it. Strike one. Now he sends it back and finds Wenkus. Wenkus now. Back up ice again. Is this going to be the Wenkus show? I don't know. Gets it popped away over on the far side. Tries to sling it back around the Edina net. He fans on it. Now it comes over to the near side. Rink almost able to hold it. He curls around, cuts back. Now Stubbs into the zone. Takes it over to the far side. Bringing it back out ice. Back out to Rink at the point. Rink over to Christian. Christian fires one in there. And runs into a swarm of Hornets. In the slot, we get an icing on Edina with 5:53 left. Eden Prairie down 6-2. Sarazine dumps it down low. Eden Prairie can't control it. Edina tries to bring it back up ice again. Unky there. Sends it down, offside on Eden Prairie. Strube now down low behind the Edina net. They get it chopped away pretty easily, and it comes back to Unky at the red line. Strube picks it up down low again. Tries to center it out. Backhand shot, and couldn't get it adjusted on the stick. Strube comes away again. Flops one in there, bouncing, and Edina able to clear it out. 4:50 left to go. Unky tries to stick handle it through a swarm of Hornets again. Berg trying to get his stick wrapped around there. He's got Heller. Back to Wenkus. Wenkus fires one off. Over the top, off the stick of a Hornet. Now Berg chases after it. Look out, don't go down. Rink off the bench. Tries to get in the action. He just swinging in the air over there. Now Zintel from Edina able to come back with it. Berg able to peel it away. He tries to send it up ice, gets it banked off. Weird bank shot off the boards. Now he's back up ice again. He's got Heller trailing him, as is Wenkus. Shot, score! Eden Prairie cuts the lead to 3. As that's 2 for Leo today. Unky slaps at it. Richards goes down over on the near side. Puck back over again. Sarazine now gets pinned up against the boards. He comes away with it. He's looking up ice. Sends it in the general vicinity of Richards. Kravatsky back to Richards again. Smart play. Richards sends one right into the back of the knee of a Hornet. Did you know that not only do Hornets have armpits, they also have knees? Unky standing tall at the blue line, not letting anything pass. Now Stubbs applies pressure over on the far side, over to Dahl. Eden Prairie just grind it. Dahl fires one in there. Blocker from Dubnyk. Dahl again, grinding from behind the net. Stubbs applies pressure too. Now Edina back up ice again. Popped away by Sarrazin. Sarrazin curls around. Now he enters the zone. Drops it back to Unke. Unke chops it off as he was under attack as well. Back to the top of the circle for Unke. Unke fires one right into the shin pads of a Hornet. 2:05 left. Now Edina got the numbers. 4-on-1. Shot, score. Beautiful play by Edina. As they had the numbers there, 4-on-1 coming down the ice. Rink streaks in again. That's his customary move. He comes in and gets really low in the defense and the opponent's zone. Now he comes back to the normal spot as he's there able to hold it, keep it low. 1:20 left. Oh, the puck. Another crazy bounce off the back. And Dubnyk puts a glove on it. With 1:16 left. So it looks like that's Christian fires it right into Leo. Leo goes down in a ball of flames. Now does a Hornet. We got a Hornet on the ground, but we got an Eagle on the ground. This was not from bird flu. Okay. The Hornet gets up. The Eagle's still working it out. So $1.03 left in this game. Stubbs there, over on the far side, getting all bent out of shape. Back to Winkus again. Winkus centers it out front, nobody there. Now Rink comes up with a check, and it's going to be an offside on the Hornets with 34 seconds left to go in the game. So that's the way it's going to look like it's going to shape up. Eagles go down in a winnable game for sure. We've seen that a lot this year so far. And I think safe to say, preliminary assessment is that the Hornets wanted it more than this Eagles team today. And that's sometimes what you get with Squirt hockey. Who shows up and who doesn't. The Eagles hold it again, 11 seconds. 6 seconds. So that will do it. Eagles go down to the Hornets 7-3 Sunday afternoon at the Eden Prairie Community Center. So we'll have a week of practice and we'll be ready to tee it up at the 2026 Squirtacular up at Blaine starting Friday morning at 10:30. Until then, have a great week. We'll see you on Friday.